welcome to a sunny Sunday here at Woodbine as we celebrate opening weekend of the 70th season of racing here in Toronto. Looking forward to another good card on today's program. Elisa, along with Jeff. And I think yesterday, like looking back for me, I was looking at a lot of social media when I got home yesterday. There was a big crowd of people here.
There was. It was great to see because I think we've all been in our houses for a long time and man, is opening day ever going to show up? And, you know, despite it not being a great day weather-wise, as you said, the grandstand was very full. We had, you know, some smaller fields than we would have liked to have had, but I think the handle was still decent considering what we had to offer for everybody. And it was kind of a bit of a mixed bag, too. Rider-wise, we had some horse riders that we had never seen before have some success. We had some riders returning to have success here at Woodbine, and we saw some trainers who, you know, are not necessarily household names, like Kerry Rusiani, who was able to win the first race of the season, have some success as well.
Yeah, and of course, a great day for a pretty strong jockey-trainer combination that stamped themselves on day one, and that's Pietro Moran and Kevin Attard.
That is true. Great to see Pietro back, and I don't know what it is with Sophia on Starshoot Day, as she always seems to have success on opening day. She won with Sabatini last season, and she won yesterday with Brindini. We're going to get, or Brindy. I can't say the horse's name right. And we'll get to that in a couple of seconds. And biggest price of the program was Barrington Sadu, first-time starter.
Didn't see that one coming. I did not. And that was actually a rider, too, that we're not very familiar with either, which is Affie Ward, who rode that one. So, you know, some new riders in the mix here and a few long shots. We knew that was going to happen. And then some horses that made a little bit of sense. But as far as handicapping went, it was kind of tough sledding.
Speed did well for the most part, I would say. Not all that surprising. It was so windy yesterday, too. And it's windy yet again here today. And here's a look at how the track played yesterday. Really only one horse coming from off the pace significantly, and that was hard to capture. The lone kind of stalker in the field was Little Teddy, who looked really good yesterday.
Looked really good, yeah. You know, Little Teddy, to me, is a horse who doesn't always finish, and he looked really strong finishing yesterday. The other horse that impressed me that I put a star beside for next start out is One Jab Too Many, who came flying and just missed in the last race.
Lots of Sinclarity. How about Kevin Attard had those horses so well prepared off the long layoff? Sinclarity and especially Party On, who'd missed so much time and didn't miss a beat at all. Had run in a couple of gears and no problem, and the money showed at even money as well. So let's take a look back at the stake race here, because here's Brindy on the inside. On the outside, it's Winterberry. I thought Winterberry was going to go right on by, just based on what we know. And that was not the case. And it's amazing that both Cassie horses did not run up to expectations.
No, because here I thought Winterberry, okay, she'll hold on for second, and then everybody else started coming, and she got swallowed up. So Brindini, the Kelsey Danner horse that they purchased for $75,000. So good for them. They bought the horse at the Keeneland sale in November. They were able to win right off of the purchase in early January, and then had to wait some time. But now she's a stakes winner, and like you said, the value shoots up for her. She'll be a broodmare hopefully down the line as well, and a good day for Sofia Vivez. I believe last year on opening day she won five races on the program, and she won 2 on the card yesterday. One of them, of course, was for Hall of Famer Bob Tiller, and they're always a strong
that horse looked good too. Go-Kart Mozarts. And Kelsey Danner finished 1-2 in the stake yesterday.
She did, so she should be really happy with the horses that she sent up. And you know, it's not a far ship from Turfway. It's only about 8 hours door to door, basically 8-9 hours door to door. So I wonder if we'll see a few more Danner horses, because at one point in time she was actually stabled here with a second string.
It takes me about 9 hours because I have to have a couple washroom breaks along the way. And fill up the gas tank a little bit too. So, but yeah, no, you're right about that. And the meet at Turfway is just so tough too, because the money is so big now right there. You know, a lot of people would go and leave Kentucky during the winter time. Not anymore.
No, but they had a horrible winter to stay, didn't they? They missed a lot of training, some of those horses, because of the bad winter that they had down there. Now, something new that we debuted yesterday was maybe an extension onto the Clocker Report, right? So, you know, not only did Ernie Perry give us a couple of selections of horses that he liked, but he also did this. He gave us basically a report on how the morning went as far as workouts and training was concerned. Now, we're not 100% sure what a perfect 5 is. I would say a perfect 5 is probably no wind, full sun, just a beautiful day, right? Now today he said, you know, it was a great track, but a little wind-aided, maybe not so much as yesterday, but there were some quick times. Once again, the inside was good. Now that point actually helped us yesterday, because you know, we saw a lot of winners on the inside, but one thing we did see was a few horses struggling to try and pass on the outside. And then I thought it got a little bit better later on in the program. He saw Earhart breeze. That's a Josie Carroll horse. That one going in 59. Now we're going to watch her in stake races, of course, and he feels like today, here we go again, that today the best wagering race on the program is race number 7, and that is the on-track feature for the day today, the Woodstock. It is kind of a stepping stone on the road to the King's Plate.
Yep, and you know, you might look at this and say, well, why are they showing this for? Because the track can change. Well, it can change. They can do some work on it after works. But it still gives you a bit of indication as to maybe what to expect. And the fact that we're able to highlight one of the stars from the morning as well, and look ahead to potentially what might happen this afternoon. Because I thought, based on his kind of scouting report yesterday, it played pretty much to fruition. From a time point of view, the inside path was good for a bunch of races on yesterday's program too. So I want to thank Ernie and his team for helping us out.
Yeah, he always does a really, really great job, and we really appreciate it. He's got a couple of selections to pass along later on in the program too. So yesterday we debuted our new look. We did. Right, with our topics. And as we go through the topics, we only have a couple of minutes to discuss them, and then I think maybe a buzzer might be going off at some point in time. And we managed to stay in the time allotted, I thought. We did. You know, maybe I went a little over in some situations.
You were driving kind of without a steering wheel.
Like this.
Yeah. You did a great job. So.
Alrighty, so we'll start up our topic section, and the first topic for the day today is success, and that comes up for you in race number 1 of the program. Not just success handicapping today, but a horse by the name of Super Success.
And will it be a successful day for Marty Drexler too, because he looks absolutely loaded on today's program of racing, as a matter of fact. There has been a change in the betting profile that we did not have during the changes. There will be no show wagering in race number 1. So if you're trying to make a show wager in the opener, you're not going to have much success. Super Success all the way down to 1 to 9. Also, winter races, Mr. Marshall got really, really good when moving over to the barn of Steve Churkoff, but then the form really tailed off towards the last couple of races down at Penn National. Confusing might be a bit of a question mark going 5.5. This is a horse that loves to go the front and long distance races. But with Super Success, just draw a line from the most recent race, because watch here, post position number 6 coming out of the starting gates in this race here. And just watch what happens in here. It's actually going to be the 5 and the 4 that get the worst of it, but the rudder almost falls off the 6 here, just right about there. And we'll slow it down for you one more time just so you can get a bit of a better look, because it's very uncharacteristic for him to fall this far out of it in a race like this. So here he is right here. And it was a cluster.
Yeah. You know, that's the word I was looking for too.
I was using a word after cluster,
I know, me
but I would have been fired.
Yeah.
So it was not good. And he really fell far out of it in that race. Now, the only thing that worries me a tad with this guy, Elisa, is his form has kind of tailed off a tad. He got down to Gulfstream. He ran well. Last couple of races have not been as good, but I don't think it really even matters in this race.
See, here's the thing for me, with just 20 seconds on the clock. I wonder if Mr. DePaulo is over here with a halter and a shank, because he's gone back and forth between these outfits multiple times, and who knows, to me, it could be a day today where we see him go back into the DePaulo outfit, but yeah, he's certainly the horse to beat on paper.
Problem is now with our policy, with him being 9, do you want to claim a 9-year-old?
But the thing is, you're not paying a fortune. You're paying $15,000, and he'll make you that money back. He will make you that money back. I agree, though. You have to think about that when you're claiming these horses as they start to get a little bit older. Topic number 2 is road trip, something Jeff and I would like to be doing this summer. We do take road trips here and there. Mostly,
great movie, by the way, too.
Mostly down the road to Fort Erie. But yeah, 5/8 for race number 2. Looking at $15,000 claimers in here.
Road to Versailles was meant to be a good one. I don't think it's really panned out. I mean, he is so nicely bred, being by Quality Road, and it's his way mare. They claimed the horse for 15 last September. I actually bet the horse on March the 21st, thinking I might get a decent number. And you know what? He ran okay. Last time out, he ran a whole lot better, though. I really kind of like the way that he ran last time. I just think he improved considerably second time off the bench. Here he is right now. To me, after watching a lot of Gulfstream this winter time, and these 5 furlong races, the inside was just not good. It was just so tiring. It wasn't until a lot of these horses got towards the outside that you saw these big rallies be effective in here. So here's a look at him right now, and he's going to run well. He's going to finish in the second place position, and will eventually lose by about a neck. And it was a good run for sure, but just can't quite hold off. Or get by, rather, the eventual winner of this race, and that is Reeder, who was able to, who was able to pull off the win by a neck. But we're still about a length and a half clear of everybody else in that race. Now you get third start off the layoff in here. It does seem like he's sitting on a good one. I'm going to try and beat him, though, in this spot. Yeah. I'm going to go towards the 4, this being It's Just Money, who I just think comes out of a key race last time out. Second place finisher came back to win for 20 at Keeneland. I think that race has some merit to it now, and I'm just hoping that with getting a little bit lighter here today with Pietro, that maybe I can pull off a bit of an upset.
And there's a couple of other Gulfstream horses in this race too, right? Bill Theranis is going to send out 2 in this spot. He'll have Attestation as well as Sheeran, which is a horse that he took last season. But, Bill, again, busy down at Gulfstream over the winter months and busy in the claim box yesterday. Yeah. He took Miss Vivian yesterday.
It was a shaky for that horse.
Yes, all righty. That is the end of topic number 2. Topic number 3 is Drexler First. Now, that comes up for you in race number 4 on the program today. He sends out a first-time starter here for Bruno Schickedanz by the name of Just Pray.
Question mark for me, for sure. I know you like the horse today.
I do.
And the works look good. I love the fact the horse went down to Palm Meadows. I think that's a very encouraging sign. The mare has already produced Rockcrest. That was a very good horse. Still is a very nice horse around these parts. I love playing the reloads as well. But for whatever reason, just in my mind, I don't think of Marty as a first-time out trainer.
No.
You don't see it a lot. Now, he has won with first-time starters, but he doesn't do it a lot. Now, I had a chance to catch up with Marty yesterday, and I asked him about this horse. I said, what do you think? He goes, has talent, but mentally in the paddock, can she keep it together?
Oh, okay.
So that's something we have to keep an eye on.
Did she school yesterday, I wonder?
I don't know. Maybe she's, because I don't think she would have shipped into Gulfstream to school.
No.
That would have been.
No, hopefully she schooled yesterday.
Yeah, so we'll have to keep an eye on that just to make sure. Now, I've landed on Silent Strike. This is my last chance with this horse because we've been chasing this horse for a long time, and gets the inside for conditioner Roger Atfield, who won us award of merit at the Sovereign Awards just the other day. I'm hoping that Silent Strike can maybe pull off the victory, but I think it's the inside 3 that are going to dominate.
You know what?
race.
And I'm interested to see what happens with the other first-time starter in this spot, and that's Satori for Barb Minchell, because this one's been down at 3 Diamonds Training Center in Kentucky getting ready, and the mare on this horse, she won the OBS Sprint back in the day. So
which is on synthetic.
Exactly. Yeah, and that means there's some speed there for me, but I'm going to use that firster, 6-1 the price on Just Pray. Next topic up is USA versus Canada.
No, Hot Shot.
Hot
Shot.
Oh, well, there. Now I got to go back and start all over again. All right, Hot Shot is the next topic. So that comes up in race number 6 on today's program, and we're speaking about Junior Hot Shot.
So remember yesterday we had this discussion about Little Teddy?
Yes.
Can the horse improve off those Heritage Series races? And did.
Yeah.
She did. She ran really well. And now we've got the same thing with Junior Hot Shots. And the good news for him is he runs well fresh. And he is a beautiful, beautiful horse. When you see him come over, he is a striking horse. So I think he deserves a ton of respect in here. But I'm going to go towards Giant Teddy, just hoping that maybe we're able to shake loose on the front end. But I am terrified of Junior Hot Shot today.
How many times are we going to call Giant Teddy Little Teddy today?
Oh.
I mean, why did they have to both be in on the same
versa.
weekend?
Yeah.
Because I got so confused, with who's who between these two. I know that happens to you as well.
All the time.
But I looked at this one and I thought, Giant Teddy, again, with the fitness. Now, here's a horse that I'm thinking hated the dirt course down at Oaklawn, right? Because they sent him there to Norm, and Norm knows what he's doing, but he didn't run a lick on the dirt. And then he went to Turfway and maybe wasn't too hot about that either, and now here he is. But this just appears to be a horse who enjoys racing at Woodbine and gets along well with Sahin Sabachi.
Yep, for sure. And I just think it's a case of, is it Dorothy that did? There's no place like home.
That's
There's no place like home.
Yeah,
I think Giant Teddy's going to be doing that with the shoes. No place like home. No place like home. And I think we'll be a lot happier today.
All right, so that's race number 6. And now we get to Canada versus the U.S., which, was a heck of a hockey game over the winter months. Anybody who bleeds red and white was sitting in front of the TV screaming at it. But no, we're not going to talk about the hockey game. Instead, we're going to talk about the Woodstock stage, which is our on-track feature for the day today. And it's a stepping stone on the road to the King's Plate.
And that's why we have it as USA versus Canada. Will it be one of these Canadian Breds that will stamp themselves as a contender for the King's Plate, or will one of these American Breds be able to come up and have some success along the way? I'm going to go towards Notorious Gangster. I realize the Coronation Futurity winner traditionally does not have a great 3-year-old campaign, but I like this guy, and I think the race could set up nicely. I think there's a lot of pace in this race. I'm going to put that one on top of the number 2, that being Mansetti, who's named after a pizza joint in Minnesota.
I read that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's pretty
so they
cool.
call him the Pizza Man.
Why not? Well, there is a good horse.
There was, yes.
And you know where he is? He's at Old Friends. And you can go. I actually went and saw him. I saw him.
Is, of course.
Yeah, he's got the pizza on his face. That's where that came from.
Bit of a shame that Church and State had to scratch.
Yeah, I agree. I was really looking forward to that one. But Big Vince is where I went. This is a shipper coming in from Turfway Park. And guess where our stakes winner came from yesterday? Turfway Park. So this is one that Larry Ravelli sends up. I feel like we could see a possible Gates Wire horse here with the 4 Big Vince. Then I used Mansetti. But, you know, the other thing, too, is it's a long road to the plate. It doesn't happen until August. So obviously, we've talked about this on numerous occasions. We're not ready to peak today. We're just working towards getting to go around that 2-turn distance.
And I'm trying to find who today is going to be able to have success. But we've got our good friend Kokomo back. Remember how many races he ran last season? He had a great campaign.
Got that win.
He did. He did.
You know, it's big money that we go for here with the maidens, and especially maiden special weight. And Kokomo last year was able to bankroll close to $80,000. I mean, that's some pretty significant cash. So that's the on-track feature for the day today. Our next topic, of course, is winter fitness, and you know, Gulfstream winter, I guess is what we want to say. We talked about winter fitness a lot yesterday. Now we want to talk about horses, you know, coming in from Gulfstream, and one in particular in race number 8.
And this is Old Chestnuts, and Old Chestnuts is a classy guy who had success last season around this time. As a matter of fact, we finished in 2nd. And I didn't think I had a lot of racing luck last time out, and I'll show you exactly what I mean as we go back to this race on March the 19th. And the first thing is we're going 5.5 furlongs, and the first thing you got to focus in on is going to be this, the opening quarter. That is, you and I could go faster than that down at Gulfstream. And then what's going to happen here is the inside. The inside is like quicksand on the synthetic at Gulfstream. You get in there and you have to be so much the best. And I think at this portion of the race, Gaffalion says, I can't swing wide. If I swing wide, I'm going to be in the 4-path or 5-path. So he elects to scoop up the inside in here. And just, you can tell, as soon as he gets towards the inside, he just sags. Like he can't make up the ground here. And the eventual winner just kicks on because got away with such a slow opening quarter. They picked it up big time in the 2nd quarter of the race, but just not able to punch on through. And look at these outside horses. They just keep going. I got burned so many times with these inside ralliers at Gulfstream on the synthetic. Now, you brought up a great counterpoint with this horse.
Yeah, actually, I do want to make a little point on Old Chestnut. I'm concerned about him here today. I did not use him in my top 2. Here's my reasoning behind it. He's an older horse now. He's 8 years old. He works on April the 20th down at Palm Meadows. So he works a half there in 48 and 4. Now, you got to consider this. He works on the 20th. He gets on the van maybe on the 21st or 22nd. So he's had maybe a day to walk, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe he gets on the van the next day. And I'm going to go over time here. And then he ships all the way from Florida to Toronto. He has to adjust to the cold weather. He might walk a couple of days, and here he is in the entries.
It's valid. It's a valid concern. That absolutely is. Ideally, I would have loved for that work to have been here.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
I totally agree.
Maybe this wasn't the original plan to go in this race. I don't know, but it's a valid point. And you're going to go towards Huntmaster in that race, and you'll tell us why a little bit later on.
Oh, I like Huntmaster. Well, Robert, of course, will be cheering him on today as well. And I feel a lot better about picking this horse on top after watching the DeRusso horse yesterday. That makes me feel a lot better, too. Last topic for the day today, as we kind of look back at some stuff yesterday, and you know, our producer, Mike Sanford, said, I want you to come up with something that's a complete overreaction. And I'm thinking, I don't get it. Like, really? I mean, maybe my brain was tired yesterday.
So basically, it's like Monday morning quarterback after week one. Like, if you're a football team, say you're a Steelers fan, you go 0-1, you're like, we're never going to win another game this season.
Right.
So that's what it is. So it's just stupid stuff like this. For example, I'll go first. Odd numbers did very well yesterday. I am going to say that odd numbers are going to win at a 78% clip for the remainder of the season. That is my overreaction because odd numbers won 7 to 9 races yesterday.
Yeah, that was actually pretty interesting. So for me, I'm thinking, nothing is coming into this noodle. And 3 o'clock in the morning, it hit me. What are we looking at?
We're looking at the odd number. We're little this is
the odd number. Oh, okay.
And look at this. It's an odd number exacta.
Oh, look at that. Jeffy.
Does the one hold on to finish third?
Odd number
trifecta. So odd numbers are going to continue to click at a big rate. That is my overreaction. Now yours is interesting because we saw something yesterday that we had never seen before.
So again, can't think about anything. Like yesterday, I was just exhausted, totally wiped out, right? 3 o'clock in the morning, boom. I wake up and I'm like, oh, get your phone, make a note. And I woke up in the morning with a note on my phone that said, pool noodles. This season's must-have. Yeah.
Now, I want to thank Steve Flint because he explained this to me via Twitter.
And we were trying to figure it out on the fly,
too. And I want to make sure that I get it right. So let me just go right to Steve's message in here because he explains it really well.
We were close.
So Steve says that they were approved by the stewards. Jet Li, who was supposed to ride the horse, has a bigger saddle than Ryan Munger, so they went unnoticed in the horse's 2 previous starts. It's a tool that he's used in the past for horses with tender withers, as what we were expected in there. So they were kind of hidden. But last time out, Ryan uses a smaller saddle, so thus they weren't able to use them. And actually, the horse ran very well yesterday too.
Did run really
to finish in the 3rd place position.
Yeah, that was social code.
There was 2 things yesterday that I had never seen before. One was that, and a jockey losing a helmet almost during a race.
Yes, I saw that too. You got to make sure. Speaking of noodles, you got to make sure those things fit your noodle.
Yeah, that's right.
Alrighty, so that gets us through the 8 races on today's program. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take a look at our plays of the day, and we'll talk about our pick 4.
Love horse racing? HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
Welcome back inside the studio. Lisa Blow alongside Jeff Bratt, who is sporting a lovely new sports coat.
You know who bought me this new coat?
No, who?
Kelly Regan bought me this new coat.
Get out of town.
He did.
Bought it.
He bought it because Kelly's a nice guy.
Really?
He is he does the charts for Equibase. And he does so well wagering with HPI over the winter time that he bought me this coat.
Well, Kelly got me nothing. So we're going to have a conversation
so
when I go upstairs today. What do you got for plays of the day?
Plays of the day, it's just money. That's going to be winning exacta player. My Brat's Best is Flashy Motor, multi-leg single from that one. My last chance.
I've heard you say this before.
My last chance is Silent Strike. Win if the price is right. And my excuse in the latest last time out is Old Chestnut.
Alrighty, that's good. What have I got as far as plays? Well, my best bet, super success in the first, just get it over with. My wild card is this first-time starter, Just Pray. I would certainly use that one in my exotics. My multi-leg single is Speed Figures in race number 5. Yeah, is that what it is? Race number 5. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Speed figures. What was I looking at the speed figures when I typed that in?
Exactly. And my value play is Hunt Master. I love him in the last race on today's program. I got to get a long shot home over this weekend. Junior Hot Shots top selection from Ron Gearkink. We went up to visit those guys yesterday. Ron had a lovely tan. Did you see?
Yeah, and they went head-to-head yesterday, and Doug got the better of Ron. They finished first and second, and now they're going to go back head-to-head again today.
I know. Giant Teddy, not to be confused with Little Teddy, is the top selection.
They are related, though.
Yeah, from Doug McPherson. Now, before, look.
Boy, I look like I'm a giant against you.
I look like I'm this big. My goodness. Jeff, would you like to open up your coat and just show them? You got to see the inside of this jacket that Kelly Regan got.
That Kelly bought me?
Yeah.
Look at that. It's like the wine pattern.
Oh, it's beautiful. And then it has his name inside.
And it's actually a jacket that our paddock judge, Harold could use.
Because it says Harold.
It says Harold right on the inside there. There you go, Harold.
I would suggest we stay at the desk.
Why do I look so tall here?
So small? I'm really not.
Oh my gosh.
I'm really not this small. All right.
Is
Okay.
the floor slanted or something?
Is it? I don't know.
Let's switch and see.
Okay, let's
switch. Okay.
We'll see. Okay. What do we got? What's Clocker Horses? Yeah, Scat Girl, top selection today from the Mike DiPaolo barn. He's working in the thousands now, right?
Yes, he is. That's nice.
Yeah, misty-eyed. Top selection from the Dave Cody barn. You're going to get a price on that one.
Both horses,
actually,
I think.
both of them, yeah. The DiPaolo horse 10 to 1, 15 to 1 the price on misty-eyed. Dave Cody looking to get started off with a winner for the first horse that he sends out on the program. Now, one of the things that Jeff and I always like to do, first of all, this looks better.
Yeah,
this
it is
looks
slanted.
better. Yeah. See, I knew I wasn't that small.
There we go.
This is my better side, too. Jeff says to me at the beginning, what's your better side? I'm like, I don't know. This is clearly the better side. Okay, so we always do our pick four. Maybe standing up will make it work, right? We almost got it yesterday, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And we have a whole team that kind of cheers for us to get through leg number 1 on the program. But yes, the 4th race is where we kick things off. Maidens for 40. Of course, I want to use this first or just pray.
Just inside 3 positions. Those are where we're focusing on in here, and I don't know who's going to be favored in that race. I think you might be the bigger price. I think just pray might be the biggest of the prices.
That's why I want to use it in all my exotics.
1, 2, and 3, we're good with those?
We're good with that. All right, race number 5, we're looking at optional $32,000 claimers. Now, my key horse on the day is Speed Figures, and yours too, right?
I would agree with that. Yeah, I mean, not going to be much of a price, but winter raced fast.
Yeah.
Like, checks off all the boxes.
Yeah, but also, like yesterday, we couldn't find a key. Right?
You know
and
what,
at least we have one now.
Cassie didn't win a race yesterday,
didn't?
which is a little bit. And then some of the, like, Sahavachi got shut out, Patrick got shut out, Rafael Hernandez got shut out.
Yeah.
A lot of the big names got shut out yesterday.
Yeah, and like you said yesterday, a lot of the smaller barns and the other jocks won races on the program. Race number 6, the 3rd leg, optional $32,000 claimer. Now, here I went to the 5, Giant Teddy. You did the same thing, right?
But then we have to toss in Ron. We're tossing Junior Hot Shot because of you.
Yep. We're playing it because Ron likes the horse, and this one could flash some speed, right?
And I want to see a Damo horse too because he's got some backlash to him, and they went down a turf way to claim him.
Yeah, they did. And he's come back. He's worked here too, and just a quick 3/8 and 37 and 1.
Yeah.
And then the last leg, which for us was the tough one to get through yesterday, is the stake, the Woodbine or the Woodstock. Sorry. So in here, I like this shipper, the Larry Ravelli shipper, Big Vince, and you like Mansetti.
And I like Notorious Gangster a little bit. And we're going to toss in Thundering as our last play in here. Because the horse has been training down in Maryland. No, went down to, pardon me, that's incorrect.
He's a Maryland
went down
bred,
to Maryland, but was winter trained south of the border. Because you'll notice that the horse came up here and worked a half on April the 4th.
Yeah.
So this horse has been south of the border getting ready for Conditioner Pat Dixon.
He was a stakes winner last year too, on the season for Pat Dixon. So that's our pick 4.
We're going to play for 40 cents.
I know, because we had a key,
That's right?
So that helped us out. So we can play it today for 40 cents for a cost of $14.40. That's $7.20 if you have a partner like I do. And that goes on my tab that I owe Jeff at the end of the day today if it doesn't come in. Hopefully we'll cash for you on the afternoon. Well, that's it. What did we learn today, Jeff? Well, we learned about pool noodles.
We did, and sensitive withers.
Sensitive withers. We learned that this is the better position for us. We learned that Kelly Regan bought you a jacket and I got nothing.
Thanks, Kelly.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks,
that.
Kelly. Appreciate that. And we have 23 minutes to go before race number 1. Good luck with your selections here today on this Sunday at Woodbine.